Doing great, man. Doing great. Always lovely to be here. Yeah, love that, man. You're always doing double time on the streaming, anyways. So it's always nice. You. Hey, yo, hey, gadgets, gadgets. Yeah. How you doing, man? How you doing? I don't think there's sound on YouTube. Yeah, that's it. That's it. It's on now. Sound's on now. It's on now. Yeah, it's on now. Yeah. Oh no, sound's not on. Sound's not on for you, Keith. It's not on for you. It's on for us, but it's not on for you. No, but it's on the YouTube side. We can't hear you. You can hear us, but can't hear you on the YouTube side.
And and monitor off, monitor off. Hello, testing. Is it working now, guys? I hope it's working now. I just got to get your guys' sound working now, apparently. Or is your guys working? Talk quickly. Okay, sounds working. Sorry, guys. I have no idea what happened. Anyway, like I was saying, Tuesday I put in a new hard drive. And since then, all the settings just changed and everything. I just didn't realize it was changed in OBS. Sorry, guys. Okay, but it's good to be here. Good to see everybody. Glad you can make it. Sorry about that horrendous start. Wow. Anyway, I'm going to say it again. Good to see you all. Thank you for coming. I really, really appreciate you guys. I rested quite well. I needed that rest last night. Was in bed at 8 o'clock, so needed it very badly. Emma already gave me a question off the bat, which I started to answer, but no one heard me, so I'm going to do it again. Emma asks, hi Keith, how and when did you start believing the earth was flat? Well, that's actually very simple. I heard about the flat earth from somewhere before, and I didn't really bother about it. It's just thought, whatever. It's crazy, whatever. And then I went on holiday, and I started looking out to this ocean and everything, and then I started looking and I was like, well, if I look at it, it does look flat, and then these things can be explained through perspective. And since then, I just did observations, and looked more into it and realized the Earth was flat. And then now, obviously, later on, I started reading my Bible more and understanding what the Bible says, and the Bible reaffirms.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Can I just say to Mr. Wonder there was a reason that person was hidden. So can you not mess with someone else's modding and unban someone that's been banned? Because to me, that comment was worth banning, because they're trolling Roger and that, calling people psychos. So simple as that.
Crazy. But yeah, if people can't, I don't know why people are so. How can I say that they got this whole demeanor of like their opinion means more than someone else's opinions, and I've seen that a lot today with people.
Because Mr. Wonder One's got a spanner, I thought it was okay to undo what Vicky did. And to me, that comment is terrible. They're telling people that Roger's a psycho or something like that. Tevet's a psycho, one or the other. So you're letting comments, you're messing with someone else's modding that's got nothing to do with you. Three times you did it. Twice or three times you undid what Vicky did.
Yeah.
If you want to complain about it afterwards, take it to Keith afterwards. No, don't mess about with another mod's modding,
Yeah. If you got a problem with it, you can just ask me and then we'll see. But that comment did,
yeah,
wasn't that great.
Lied about me. He has told us psycho. He has told us psycho. My name isn't Roger. He's a psychopath. You're calling someone a psychopath that's not a psychopath. So there's nothing wrong with that.
It's just plain insult. You know what I mean? You can have free speech or anything, but just insulting someone like that is not just literally free speech. It's just. But anyway, I got another question from Large Translation. He says, Flatzoid, what's up? You spoke once before. I'm sure you have a life-saving kind of intervention from a godly source or something, maybe avoiding a car crash. Love to hear it again. Yeah, it was a long time ago. I just got my license and everything. And we were on the way to youth. It was just me and my brother. He was in the passenger seat and I was in the driver's seat. And we were on the way to youth, and there was a circle. And on the way there to the circle, I looked in my rearview mirror, and I mean, it was like dark. There was no other cars around, nothing. As I looked in my rearview mirror, I saw someone sitting in the back seat. And out of shock, I hit the brakes. Like literally just like dead stop. And out of nowhere, from the one side came a flying car and literally missed us by like a hair's width. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have stopped and it would have been sideswiped, and I don't think I would have been here today because that car went at a howl speed. But I do believe it was an angel or Jesus in the back there, because it was. Absolutely. I didn't feel any danger about seeing that or anything. I immediately felt like, this is
comforted.
But yeah, it was something that happened a long time ago, and I still today thank God that it happened.
Wow. I've just got to make a coffee.
Yeah. Oh, and then the other part of Emma's question I forgot to answer. It was around about 2016, 2017 when I started looking into Flat Earth, became a Flat Earther. So yeah. Hey Charles, what's up? Like I said, guys, you can ask anything you wanted tonight. More than happy to answer, but please keep it in reason, though. I'm going to try my best. I just want to say you guys rock and appreciate everybody's support. If you'd please do me a favor and just hit the like button and share the show. It really, really does help the show to grow. You guys are awesomeness. And I should actually get all this up again. And then okay. So yeah, Jaden, do you have anything to say while we wait for questions coming in? I know Jaden's a bit busy as well. What I don't know. Vicky asked me, like, did you hear about the Manchester attack in the synagogue in Manchester attack today? I said I heard about it, but I didn't look into it yet. I haven't really had time. But I can guess it's probably the Islamists again, you know, attacking synagogues because it's Jewish, which I think is really sad. There is quite news about this whole thing, though. I don't know if you guys heard about the flotilla, Greta Thunberg and stuff. They released a letter that was intercepted through Hamas to Greta Thunberg. Greta Thunberg apparently works for Hamas, guys. Who knew? Quite interesting. That explains everything, how she probably got the funding for this flotilla. And it's all just, again, for publicity and trying to make, you know, false narratives up as usual. Well, if he took it as a joke, why not? But like I said, guys, try and keep it as clean as possible to each other. I mean, there's no need to fight or anything amongst ourselves and things. What are you guys' thoughts on the latest rapture thing? With everybody keep on changing the dates and things. The latest one I saw again is The Simpsons predicted the rapture. It's like 2025. It's like, oh, yeah, you know the usual things. Oh, man. It's amazing. People try and see anything in they want to.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I did it. We finally got through that full thing yesterday. The hour and 25 it was. Yeah, we watched it start to finish, the whole lot. Yeah.
And how did it go?
The Joshua Molecular guy.
Malakala. But I told you, it's quite hectic, eh?
Oh, man. He knows his scripture, but he cherry picks it. Well, I cherry picks it, but even the ones he cherry picks, it doesn't mean nothing to do. It's nothing to do with.
He's rewriting it.
Yeah.
And it takes him like 20 minutes to finally get to a point.
Dude, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. You might have guessed he was going. If you didn't know the answer already, you would have guessed he was going to say, "Yeah, nothing's changed." Even though it didn't come, you would have guessed it was the Julian calendar. But again, why is God? God doesn't use a calendar, which he said. He said, "God, they don't use that up there. Don't use that."
But
calendar.
why?
Why would they use a pagan calendar?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? God use a pagan calendar.
And it doesn't make sense though, because first of all, what does the Bible say about the rapture being on the Feast of Trumpets? Nothing. The Feast of Trumpets or any feast in the Jewish calendar has absolutely nothing to do with the rapture. Okay, the rapture on itself as well is not a separate event. It's the event when Jesus returns to save the rest of us who are still alive before he pours out the bowl wraths. You know, when the angels pour out the wrath, the bowls? That's when Jesus comes and raptures everybody who's ever left. It's not a separate event. Jesus doesn't come and fetch people and then go back up to heaven and come back again. So it's total misunderstanding of what the Bible says. People just try and take in what they wanted to say. So it's quite insane.
Fallacious. It's fallacious sometimes. Sometimes it can be pure, just straight out heretical, but a lot of it is misunderstanding. A lot of it is fallacious. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. But I've been the interesting thing I've been seeing as well, which just totally came from my mind now. I can't remember. PDM4. What a name. All questions are good questions. We are not to just accept what we are told without question. I can agree with that. I wanted to say something, but now I can't remember what it was. Insane. Wow, this is a lively stream, guys. Well, we can always do what, like Dal and them does and just sit and say nothing.
Yeah. I'll get out my tobacco, start making a roll up, spark it up, and still say nothing. Take about 10 drugs and say, "Oh, it's moving because it's moving." By the way,
Moving because it's moving. I don't know what you guys have been thinking about this. Have you heard that Trump could be clinching a peace deal in the Middle East?
no.
If that does happen, it does.
I'm back. Sorry, I was on the phone.
No stress, man. It does kind of fit in with prophecy and scripture, but that would make a lot of people skeptical to believe that Trump is then the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Because he has also been very involved in wanting the temple to be built as well. And if he does get it right for this peace to come through, and even what he's already accomplished, though, is already groundbreaking because everybody's accepted. The only ones that need to accept now is Hamas. That's it.
Yeah. I'm on about hallucinate that. Who's hallucinate that, babe?
I don't know.
That's what she's asking me. Who's who? And I says, who's hallucinate that? Because I don't know who it is. And they're having a laugh about what Terry's saying. I don't know who it is.
So, guys, do you have any questions you'd like to ask? Just go ask ahead. This is your time to ask whatever questions or opinions you want to give. You can ask anybody on the panel as well. I'm sure they don't mind answering anything. Tonight's just going to be chill, man. I saw recently they claiming JWST or what, that telescope had found our mother solar system, mother galaxy or something. Apparently they found the galaxy that created our galaxy, something like that.
Oh, wow. I watched a little video yesterday. It says, and the title was photos of Pluto that people think are CGI but are really not. And it's just CGI photos, I'm telling you.
I mean, don't you guys think that Pluto alone shows it's a joke? I mean, Pluto the dog's face is literally on Pluto the planet. Do you guys not find that amusing?
I know, and they try, and that actually came up on it, and they just try to say, yeah, it's the heart, it's a heart shape, it's called the heart. No, it's Pluto.
Yeah, it's Pluto, full stop. You can take Pluto and overlay him totally on there, perfect, 100%. Inch by inch.
Definitely Pluto. Just without the note, the knobbly nose bit, but the rest of it is Pluto.
And that's a very distinct shape.
Absolutely.
Very, very distinct shape. I see RV Truth is going haywire. He's totally like losing the plot now. I see he put a... Let me actually get the post I saw from him earlier.
Is he 200,000? Is his Charlie Kirk video going up more, has it?
Yeah, it's a Charlie Kirk nonsense, but he seems to be going
I don't want to talk bad
rails.
about people. Yeah, and he's kind of, I want to say it in a nice way. I mean, he's been pretty rude to me in the comments. I disagreed with him on a video, and I said, hey, you actually got this one right for a change. Because usually, with the numbers, I can't just, base a whole psyop just based on a couple times 33 comes up. That's not enough for me. And then he basically said, yeah, when you're new to the truth community... and you're a baby truther, you won't understand what I'm saying. You're getting there. And I was like, wow, so you called me a baby truther because I disagreed with what you said.
But
And
that's,
then he's also like blocking people, and he's like, "Don't leave these comments. I don't want to hear this in the comments. I've already explained it." Like,
but
it's
that's
just
the
it's
thing.
kind of rude a little bit, dude.
But
I
that's the
don't
thing.
like
That's what I'm
it.
saying. He's like literally going haywire. He's attacking people who don't agree with him, and he's literally just banning people for not agreeing with him. And
I mean,
he's
he
telling
attacked
people,
me
now
for
he's
not
telling
agreeing with
people
him.
not to watch his stuff if they don't agree with him. It's like,
Oh,
really?
you can't watch his stuff even just to decide whether you agree with them or not. Or you have to automatically agree with them.
And don't leave a comment. You better not disagree and leave a comment. Oh no, definitely don't do that.
I haven't even commented because there's no reason to comment. The guy's lost it. Anyway, look at this. This is 5 hours ago. I'm
I
going
like
to
him
make
as
a
long-
video exposing Stu Peters and his disinfo agent on Charlie Kirk shooting. The video will also include a breakdown of JFK shooting as well. It will be live streamed on YouTube, then removed and permanently placed on the Rumble account. Stay tuned. The video will be up today, but no set time yet. By the way, if any of you call either of these events real, you might as well leave my channel. I have no time for baby truthers.
Yeah, baby truthers. Yep. See, he loves that word.
Wow.
Because he disagrees that Charlie Kirk actually died or JFK.
I-
Yeah,
like I
anybody
say,
who
I-
disagrees with him is a baby truther. That's what I'm saying. That's nuts.
It's insane.
Like I say, I recognise the psyop 100%, but I still think Charlie's going. Whether his wife's in it or not, I mean, his wife might be, but I recognise the psyop. But I think I think he's a victim in it as well, 100%. But yeah, definitely recognise the psyop. And I equated that before, didn't I? I said I said everybody knows that JFK was a psyop, and everybody recognises that JFK.
But it doesn't mean he didn't die.
And it wasn't Lee Harvey Oswald.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, it doesn't mean he didn't die. The same with Charlie Kirk. Just because
Right.
there's definitely a fake thing to it in the side doesn't mean he didn't die.
Right.
I
Well,
am
he even
still
made a
I am
video-
still under the
right.
impression that he was to me, how I'm seeing this whole thing, it was set up in a way to make him a sacrifice for satanic ritual kind of thing. You know what I mean?
That's
And
what
it
they
has
do. Yeah, sounds about right.
and it has an agenda behind it.
Of
And
course.
I've seen these type of things. Actually, you can find this anywhere happening. They need actual blood sacrifices for it to happen. It doesn't happen like they try and teach people, like, oh, the people have nuances and, you know, sit in front of the pentagram and do this. No, it's things like this. I mean, they even cause car crashes sometimes, or, you know, they
Yeah.
get people to die in hospital, whatever. It's about the death. It's about the symbolism behind the death and the blood. Now, obviously, this is now another, and I do believe this was a satanic ritual. Does
Yeah.
it mean that Charlie Kirk was part of it? No, he was the victim.
Yeah.
And it's sad
I
that
agree.
people can't just respect the guy's death. That's why I don't really talk about it anymore, because people are literally just using the Charlie Kirk for clicks and views.
Yeah.
Instead
I've
of
stopped.
respecting the guy's death, they're making it a joke and a mockery.
I did the two videos that mentioned him. That was it. One about his death, everybody pray for him, and the next one was about the people, the lefties and the Muslims and all that were no, sorry, it wasn't Muslims, and it was just the lefties and all that. It was just losing their jobs and all that because of what they said about him online. Yeah. But then, yeah, there was no point in talking about it because, yeah, it causes a star, man. It causes a star.
It's
RV's pulling a kind of a banjo move. He's calling out a lot of other truth channels now too.
yeah, exactly.
He called out
do not know what-
Terry E. Reichert or whatever.
Look, I'm happy-
Flat out
I'm
truth.
happy
well,
he
Terry. Yeah,
I'm
glad
happy
he
that
did.
because Terry was wrong.
Terry was wrong. Terry was definitely wrong.
But
It's not.
it seems
all the
RV's
drama.
got a big head on him now because he's that
He's
video.
got ego. I'm
Yeah.
the truther. You're not. You're wrong. I'm right.
Exactly.
I've been here for 15 years. Look at me. I'm this truther who's been here all along. Hype myself up some more so I sound more credible. That's all I hear from him.
But I mean,
But he has been calling out other YouTubers for a while anyway.
yeah. But I
Yeah.
mean, RV and myself, we've been always, okay, until Sergio that time, and
That's right.
because he had an issue with Sergio, I was like, okay, whatever's between you guys is your issue. Since then, He wanted nothing
That's
to do with
true.
me. I'm like, just because I don't agree with him. It's like, okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, we don't talk to Sergio now anyway because, well, Sergio is a troublemaker, and Sergio was one of his moderators. Then Sergio kind of went against him, then started investigating RV and showing RV
Yeah.
having all these
Look, we all know
symbology and
Sergio is not really, but the problem is with RV. If anybody disagrees with him, then you all of a sudden you're just not a truther. You're not for nonsense stuff like that, which is sad. And yeah, it has got into his head now because he got so much views on that one video with the Charlie Kirk thing calling out Terry Reicher. But I mean, if you're for truth, why do you worry about the damn views like that?
I mean, I like Terry Eicher stuff as well, but he did run head first into that hologram thing, and it was definitely not a hologram thing. Definitely not. Especially the evidence he used with Drew Barrymore's show, and it said it was hologram technology. If you waited about 5 minutes longer, you found that it was green screen, not hologram. You know.
Yeah, but I mean, people can make that mistakes. I mean, the thing is, RV's just supposed to correct Terry Eicher, not go out full attacking him, because Terry Eicher actually never really attacked RV before.
No.
You know what I mean? I didn't agree with Terry Eicher, and I told him it's wrong and stuff. But that's where I left it. You know what I mean?
That's it.
I corrected him, and I went on with my life.
That's it. Everybody makes mistakes. I mean, he obviously believed what he was saying. I don't think he was making it up. He believed it. I just think he rushed too quickly into it and got the details wrong. I understood why he said what he was saying, the trapdoor and that, but if you looked a little harder, the trapdoor was nowhere near the little gazebo thing, you know. And
it would be impossible to have that trapdoor in front of everybody at those angles as well.
Exactly. And the chair going through the table, he said was a hologram as well. It wasn't. It's because it was zoomed in so much, the distortion made it look like it was going through the table, because it was a hologram, and you seen the guy actually pushing the chair across the table, and then it falls to the ground, and it looks like it's going through the table. Well, the guy physically pushed it. You can't physically push a hologram, you know? You can't do that. So, yeah, he just ran straight headfirst into it, sort of thing. But with his flat earth stuff, brilliant. You know, all that other stuff he puts out is excellent. Professor Dom Dave he put out, fantastic. I mean, but yeah, that one he was wrong with, definitely.
I agree. Exactly, Charles. Truthers need to be united, even if we disagree with the way certain events are translated. But like these channels purposely cause division and do devil's work, I 100% agree. That's why I've kind of distanced myself from people like that. You know what I mean? It just doesn't help. They don't want to have truth. You know, it's quite a sad thing.
I didn't know Sean Griffin was charging for his videos. Now I didn't know that.
No idea. I didn't know that either.
Well, no thanks. If people put behind a paywall, I ain't doing it. If you decide to just voluntarily give them something for it, fine. But if they're in,
it's a different story. If you have to pay to watch the stuff, that's when you know it's all it's become a job kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vicky, it's sad. The people have no respect for the people killed today at all. People are so hateful towards certain groups that they are blinded, have no compassion. Instead, they have a problem with the wrong things. But the Bible does talk about that. In days, people who are lovers of self, be okay. What will be good will be called bad. What will be bad will be called good. That's exactly what we're seeing today, without a doubt. I watched a thing yesterday where a mother gave her children away because of the rapture.
Oh.
Yeah, she literally gave her children away because she believed she was going to get raptured, not the children.
And that Joshua Molecular, he had no sympathy for the people. He says, no, never apologize.
Empathy.
No sympathy for the people that he'd just say he was right and it was a mistake and it's going to happen in like 5 days' time. He should still have sympathy for what happened because of his words.
He doesn't worry. No, he thinks he has no accountability or there's no consequences for his things, which is just nonsense. He started all this nonsense. And I don't believe stories.
He spoke about his prediction, about his prophecy, and then says, I don't call myself a prophet. But he called it my prophecy when a prophet says, thus saith the Lord, not thus saith me. You know?
Yeah, he the way he talks is very me, I. I'm the greatest. You shall listen to me. Anybody who doesn't agree with me is not a Christian kind of thing. He's very prideful. Yeah.
He even chastised the sisters on their own show, on their own podcast, saying, don't interrupt the flow. I need the flow. I keep in the flow. Come on, do this there stream.
It's crazy. Guys in chat, you're allowed to hit the likes and you're allowed to click the link to come and have a discussion. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask questions. I don't believe Stories did write a question. He says, do you ever try to analyze or research anything? Yes. What specifically are you talking about? If you have anything specific, you can come up and we can go through these things. The whole reason we are flat earthers and Christians today is because we analyze things and research. Quite insane. Yep, numerology calculators have become quite a, how can I say, a thing that people use these days. I don't know, it's like become a fad to start using gematria and the numerology calculators, which I don't really agree with. I just stay away from those things, really.
Yeah,
because you can use those things to say anything you want as well.
Yeah.
It's RV territory, guys. It's like, don't ever go full RV. As they say.
Well, it's just odd because the calculator he uses is like literally from like XP era.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an awful calculator. It doesn't even have like half the features the ones people use now do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, he uses the stuff he's always used.
Yeah, it's like ancient, dude. It's so old. Like,
yeah. Yes, I did analyze JFK's assassination video. What is your issue? I don't believe stories. I believe it was the driver that shot him, to be honest. But it doesn't mean he didn't die. This is the issue these people don't get. They don't understand people actually die in these psyops, in these red flags. People actually die. Just like 9/11, yes. Very bad psyop, but people literally died, okay? Doesn't matter whether planes hit or not, or who did it or what. People died. People die in these things, and it's time that people just stop having such disrespect for the people that did die. It's quite sick.
Yeah. Don't know, Moomin, don't know. I haven't seen Luke since yesterday on my afternoon stream. Oh no, he came on the night one for a little bit.
Hoop Dream, still trying to understand good reasoning for Romans 3 verse 7. Okay, let's get Romans 3 verse 7 up. Don't know why I would have an issue with it.
3:7 and chapter 13. The burden of proof is on you. What? For what?
Okay, let me share screen. For if the truth of God is increased through my lie to his glory, why am I also still judged as a sinner? Okay, what's the problem with that? Does he even know the context?
Well, that's the thing. I mean, you've always got to look at the context. Reading it like that can mean anything. Just that alone.
Okay, God's judgment defended. What advantage then has the Jew? Or what is the profit of circumcision? See, there's already the context coming in. Much in every way, chiefly because to them were committed to the oracles of God. For what if some did not believe? Will their unbelief make the faithfulness of God without effect? Certainly not. Indeed, Let God be true, but every man a liar, as it is written.
Yeah.
That you may be justified in your words, and may overcome when you are judged. But if our unrighteousness demonstrates the righteousness of God, what shall we say? If God is unjust, who inflicts wrath? I speak as a man. Certainly not. For then how will God judge the world? For if the truth of God has increased through my lie to the glory, why am I also judged as a sinner? And why not say, let us do evil that good may come? As we are slanderously reported, and some affirm that we say, their condemnation is just. I think that kind of speaks for itself, guys. He's just saying we are man, and who are we to judge? God judges, okay? And he judges rightfully. That's it. Because he's talking about the circumcision. Remember, the Jews were circumcised, okay? So this discussion is about, should the Gentiles get circumcised too? No, because we are not Jewish. We are Christians, okay? We're Gentile Christians. Now, the Jews get circumcised based on their traditions and based on the Old Covenant law. We are not part of the covenant law, so we don't need to get circumcised for that. Unless you convert to Judaism, which I don't know why you would do that, but yeah, it's all about the circumcision and seeing as people are Gentiles and they're not getting circumcised, it's asking the question, are they sinners or not? No, because remember, Jesus came to fulfill the law, not to change it. So when the Jews keep the old covenant, they are still blinded to understand the covenant has been fulfilled through Jesus Christ, and therefore we don't need to be circumcised anymore. Because the circumcision was a sign to show that they are godly people. They are God's chosen people. And how do we know today that we are God's chosen people? Well, the Holy Spirit shines through us. That's how we know. That's how people know that we are godly people, because we profess Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior, and He shines through us. Simple. What other one did you say? 30, correct?
Yeah, 13. Yeah, chapter 13, he said.
Chapter 13. Romans chapter 13.
Yeah, he said CPT 13, I think it's so. Yeah, after the three
Submit to government.
Yeah, chapter.
Okay, let's read that. Let every soul be subject to the governing authorities, for there is no authority except from God, and the authorities that exist are appointed by God. Therefore, whoever resists the authority resists the ordinance of God, and those who resist will bring judgment on themselves. For rulers are not a terror to good works, but to evil. Do you want to be unafraid of the authority? Do what is good, and you will have praise from the same, for he is God's minister to you for good. But if you do evil, be afraid, for he does not bear the sword in vain, for he is God's minister, an avenger to execute wrath on him who practices evil. Therefore you must be subject not only because of the wrath, but also for the conscience sake. For because of this you also pay taxes, for they are God's ministers, attending continually to this very thing. Render therefore to all their due, taxes to whom taxes are due, customs to whom customs, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Does he want to go on for the rest?
I don't know what his point is.
Okay. Love your neighbor. Owe no one anything except to love one another. For he who loves another has fulfilled the law. For the commandments, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not murder, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness, you shall not covet, and if there is any other commandment, all that's summed up in the saying, namely, you shall love your neighbor as yourself. Love does not harm to do a neighbor. Therefore, love is a fulfillment of the law. See, that's why I say that's how we know who Christians are, because they have love even for their enemies. Okay? Put on Christ and do this, knowing that now it is high time to wake up out of sleep. For now our salvation is nearer than when we first believed. The night is far spent, the day is at hand. Therefore, let us cast off the works of darkness, and let us put on the armor of light. Let us walk properly in the day, as in the day, not in rivalry and drunkenness, not in lewdness and lust, not in strife and envy, but put on the Lord Jesus Christ, and make no provision for the flesh to fulfill its lusts. Amen. I see no issue with that scripture. So I don't know what his issue is with that scripture, though. Maybe if you want to come in and explain to us what your issue is, and we can go through it with you. The problem is people don't really read context of anything.
No, of course. Yeah, debatable D. I know what you meant. I was joking by saying bingo callers, as in two fat ladies, 88. I was just, it was just a bad bingo joke.
I don't believe stories. What kind of God orders people to harm their babies? Not the God of the Bible, that's for sure.
What?
Exactly. Love oversees all sin. Exactly, Thomas.
Is he talking about circumcision?
He probably doesn't know. For instance, when you look at the Canaanites that had to be wiped out because they worshipped Molech.
Oh, okay.
And Molech, anyway, the people there took burnt offerings of their children on a burning furnace altar of Molech. Okay, that they would stick their children on a fiery red hot idol of Molech. And they'd hit drums so they don't hear the babies screaming as they're burning to death. Okay? These are the type of people that God told them to wipe out. Now, God ordered them to wipe out everyone. Woman, child, male, everyone. Annihilate them for a reason. Because the traditions that they held were evil. And they would use that traditions to, infect the Israelites. Okay? They would use it to infect them with idol worship to false gods. And that's unfortunately what did happen because they didn't obey God's word.
Absolutely. And any children that would have been taken at that point, I don't think they'd be serving any time in hell.
No.
I think they go to be with the Lord because they didn't do it. Didn't do nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite, when I was a kid, babe, it was quite common for babies to get their ears pierced, usually when they were 18 months and above, sometimes 2 years and above.
Well, you can go from about 8 months.
What, ears pierced?
Yeah, ears pierced. They did
cool.
They did my daughter at like my oldest at a year, and it was done
cool.
exactly the same time. She didn't cry or anything.
Oh, that's cool.
But
I just remember as a kid, when I was a kid. Yeah. When I was a kid, I just remember him saying it was about 18 months or something like that. They probably could do it younger, but I mean, that's probably when people went in general, maybe when they felt comfortable or whatever, with the kids getting it done. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I had my ears pierced before I was 10.
Yeah. I don't believe story says, and circumcision is not an evil tradition. No, why would it be an evil tradition? If God placed that tradition as a covenant with the people, and even that based on that covenant, it was actually miracle based because they knew they had to do it on the 8th day when a baby was 8 years old for a reason. And scientifically, that's the best time to circumcise because it heals the quickest at 8 days. That's weird, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Almost like God knew.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I'm not saying anybody should go and get circumcised. Okay, I'm just saying that's what tradition was and still is based under Judaism.
I mean, a lot of
It's
people
part of their
get
covenant.
a lot of babies get circumcised when they're born because their foreskin is too tight and stuff like that. I mean, it happens quite often, you know. So if it happens for the sake of that, you know what I mean, comfortability, you know what I mean, then it's not as though it's a major thing missing off your body. You know, it's a tiny bit of skin, tiny bit of skin.
Yeah, but like I said, that was the reason that was also done in those days was so they would be able to tell the difference from God's chosen, God's people, the Israelites, and the pagans. Okay, and it also had a significant underpinning of hygiene.
Sign of the covenant. Yeah. The sign of the covenant. Oh, there we go. Yeah.
And I mean, think about it. Also because they're God's chosen people, God understood that people die easily of diseases and things in those days. So,
well, look at all the Levitical laws that told people with leprosy to stand outside for a certain length of time, and this and that. This had to happen before that. You know, it was God knew what He was talking about.
Exactly. But what I love about like the difference between the old covenant and the new covenant is the old covenant is always unfulfilled. You know what I mean? So it has tradition based in it, but it was always an unfulfilled covenant to get fulfilled. So what's awesome is like they got circumcised as a offering to show God they are His people. Compared to now with us as Christians understanding Jesus is the fulfillment, we don't need to get circumcised because how we show we are God's people is by having Jesus shine through us. You understand?
Right.
So the old covenant, you didn't have the Holy Spirit to show you were God's chosen people. You had, for instance, the circumcision. Where us as Christians now have how we interact with people, how we show Jesus shine through us.
How do the people know that? By their fruits.
Exactly. I just see a whole bunch of gematria going on in chat.
Peter, let me cut a little bit of your ear. That's cartilage. That's cartilage you're talking about. You know what I mean? Completely different. But if you want to come and try and cut a little bit of my ear, on you go, dude. I'll let you do it. See how far you get.
And I'm thinking when you're saying that, it's asking me about. I remind you of like cauliflower ear. You know, like
yeah.
Where people get an injury in their cartilage and it like flares up and looks like cauliflower ear.
If God asked me to tip my earlobe off, if God had said it was a sign of the covenant for a sign of our, I don't know, commitment to God, if God told me to do that, I wouldn't have had a problem with it. But you're just asking me to cut my lug off just for the sake of it. You know what I mean?
What? So they didn't have water back then? You don't need to cut a part of your body to wash yourself. Again, I don't believe stories. It's based on the understanding of their covenant between God, okay? It's to show their commitment of God, okay? That was it. It was based on their tradition and covenant. People today, the Jews still do that today. They still get circumcised. Okay? They still get circumcised today because it's their covenant. It's their commitment to God. And that's what people don't understand when it comes to Judaism. If you're born into Judaism, you're a Jew. If we wanted to become Jewish now, we would have to go through a whole long process that takes a few years, by the way. You don't just automatically become a Jew. You have to earn yourself to become a Jew. But if you're born into it, you're automatically born into it through your bloodline.
There you go. And you know, God made me. If he wanted the tip of my ear because he made me, who am I to bloody argue?
And
You know what I mean? He gave me this body.
But that's exactly, Emma, what I was trying to say. Male circumcisions have medical benefits. Lower risk of STDs and urinary tract infections. Exactly.
Oh my goodness. Why do they have to strawman everything you say? So God can't know who's loyal to him. He's supposed to be on. Oh my.
This wasn't about God not knowing. God reads your heart. This is for everyone else. But you see, this is the problem why you don't get people like that actually coming and having a discussion. Because they are just trolling. And I got a feeling it's Sean Hawkins, by the way.
No, it's just
probably not, because there's no swear words.
Strawman. It's a trolly dude anyway, whoever it is.
Okay.
And
Flatzoid, can you do a poll so we know who all is circumcised and if is healthy? I'm not circumcised, so. But yeah, medically, it's healthier. Let's do a poll like this. But let's first read 38 votes. Come present your opinions. 53% say no. 47% say yes. Okay, let's end the poll, and then we're gonna do a new poll. Start poll.
Just total shite. Why don't you go and look in the Bible, go and ask bloody God. Ask God. And I'll try talking to God. Instead of taking it out and us.
The option, 50%, 12% say yes, 12% say no, so it's 50-50. Quite interesting. I don't know why people say no, because circumcision is a healthy option. It definitely lowers infections and diseases. But that doesn't mean I would say go and get circumcision. That's
Did Christ come for everyone?
Yes.
For the repentant ones, absolutely. It's not in his will that anyone shall perish. But obviously some will.
That's what I was thinking of earlier. That, you know, it cleaned my mind. I was watching listening to a thing today. It was really awesome. A pastor was preaching to his congregation, and it was about salvation. And unfortunate people don't really pray for people that are lost, because he's like, you have to face facts. People you love, even your parents, mothers, sisters, brothers, friends, family, cousins, even your followers, a lot of them probably will not end up in heaven. They'll end up in hell because of disbelief. And is trying to convey the urgency for praying for them and to pray for their salvation. And he was even like, if you don't feel you need to pray for them, maybe you have to check if you're really saved. You know what I mean? Because you would have a heart to pray for anybody to get saved. But what was awesome about this whole sermon, when he ended up his prayer and he's closed off the service, they just carried on praying. The people just carried on. It didn't end. It just carried on and on and on and on. And that's awesome.
Wow. That is awesome. The audio's cutting out.
I don't know. Anybody else have an issue? Or is it just for Jay Silver that says audio's cutting out?
Seems fine with me. Seems fine with me.
Insane in the main brain. Woo-hoo. Oh, my audio's fine now. I left and came back. Maybe it's YouTube, because I know YouTube's been having some issues recently as well.
Oh, man. Emma, use your common sense, mom. Cutting a baby's private part is evil and insane. Who told you it's evil?
Yeah. I actually got a question. I don't believe stories. Come in and have a discussion, and we'll actually debate this to see if it's evil and insane. How's that?
Come in. No, what? goodness. My goodness.
That's the same as
My
saying,
goodness.
"Oh, they cut off your umbilical cord. That's evil and insane."
Oh, really? Yeah. Evil.
So we should walk around with the umbilical cords. Oh man. Let's see what does the poll says. The poll is still 50-50. Wow. Insane. Can't believe that.
It's evil when a dentist pulls a tooth out. Unless it doesn't need pulling out.
Of course you won't want to debate this, I don't believe, stories, because you'll be embarrassed. That's why.
Just use. All right, no doubt. It's always like that. You mean you just want to troll and chat? That's what you mean.
That's exactly.
Yeah. Okay. No doubt.
That's the unfortunate thing with these people.
Yeah. At least it was just a timeout.
Yes, Christ came for everyone, Jay. We already said that before. Christ came for everyone, so that anybody who believes in him might be saved and not perish. So God has come for you, and he's come for me, and he's come for everybody. But it's up to you to accept him. He put his hand out for you. Look at it this way. You could be drowning in the ocean, okay? And Jesus is standing there giving out his hand for you to pull you out. It's up to you to take the hand or carry on drowning.
Oh, goodness.
That's exactly how it is.
Why did Jesus compare a woman to a dog?
Again, context. Okay?
Read it and read the context and find out what the saying he is saying means about.
Why doesn't he just come in and have a discussion? Come, Jason.
I know it's hard to do it over that. You know what I mean? Someone is typing and you try to talk it. You know. Well, hold on. Okay. No.
No, God didn't say it only came for the Israelites. What nonsense. Something tells me that this guy's the same person as that other one. Let's go to Matthew 15. Okay. Then came to Jesus scribes and Pharisees, which were of Jerusalem, saying, Why do thy disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. But he answered and said unto them, Why do you also transgress the commandment of the God by your tradition? For God commanded, saying, Honor thy father and mother. And he said, He that curseth his father and mother, let him die to death. But ye say, Whosoever shall say to his father or mother, It is a gift, but whoever thou mightest be profited by me.
Who's calling Jesus a liar, Jay? Nobody called Jesus a liar.
Nope. And honor not
He
his
did.
father. Yeah? No, the guy doesn't know how to read the
sorry.
Bible.
I
That's all.
know.
The guy doesn't know how to read the
Okay.
Bible. And honor not his father or his mother. He shall be free. This have you made the commandment of God none effect by your tradition. Ye hypocrites, where well did Isaiah prophesy for you, saying, This people doeth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. Remember we say God reads your intent of your heart? Exactly this.
Right.
Okay? That's exactly
Said verse 24.
But in vain they do worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And he called the multitude and said unto them, Hear and understand. Not that which goeth out into the mouth defileth a man, but that which comes out of the mouth, this defiles a man. Then came his disciples, and said unto him, Knowest thou that the Pharisees were offended after they heard the saying? But he answered and said, Every plant which my heavenly Father hath not planted shall be rooted up. Let them alone, they be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Declare unto us this parable. You see, parable, just to let you know. And Jesus said, You also yet without understanding? Do you yet understand whatsoever entereth into the mouth goeth into the belly, and is cast out into the draught? But those things which proceed out of the mouth come from the heart, and they defile the man. For out of the heart proceed evil thoughts, murderous, adulterous, fornications, thefts, false witness, blasphemies. These are the things which defile a man. But to eat with unwashed hands defileth not a man. Then Jesus went hence therefore and departed into the coast of Tyre and Sidon. And behold, a woman of Canaan came out the same coasts, and cried unto him, saying, Have mercy on me, O Lord, thou Son of David. My daughter is grievously vexed with the devil. But he answered her not a word. And his disciples came and besought him, saying, Send her away, for she crieth after us. Just pay attention what is happening here, guys. This is very important. But he answered and said, I am not sent but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Then came she and worshipped him, saying, Lord, help me. But he answered and said, It is not meant to take the children's bread, but to cast it to the dogs. Carry on, this is really awesome. And she said, Truth, Lord, yet the dogs eat of the crumbs which fall from their master's table. Then Jesus answered and said unto her, O woman, great is thy faith. Be it unto thee even as thou wilt. And her daughter was made whole from that very hour. And she departed from thence, came nigh unto the sea of Galilee, and went up into the mountain, and sat down there. And great multitudes came unto them, having with them those that were lame, blind, dumb, maimed, and others, and cast them to Jesus' feet, and healed them. Do you know what that was speaking of? Very simple. Jesus came and he was testing her. Okay? Her faith is what healed her daughter, because she was persistent. Remember, Jesus first of all didn't answer her. He left her, and then she said the dogs even eat the crumbs, because she had understanding that even if we are unimportant, okay, we are still going to get blessed through Jesus. Hence, this is the time before the Gentiles were part of the covenant. Remember, Jesus came to fulfill the covenant of the Israelites, the old law. Once Jesus fulfilled the old law, us, as the Gentiles, had the opportunity to be grafted in to that family. Jesus first had to die before the Gentiles were grafted into that family, because, as Romans 12 says, they were blinded and they rejected Jesus. So now, us as Gentiles, or this woman which is the Canaanite, which was also, a Gentile, was grafted into through the disobedience of God's chosen people. We actually have to be thankful that they rejected Jesus, because if they didn't reject Jesus, us Gentiles wouldn't have had the opportunity to have salvation through Jesus. And I don't understand why people don't grasp this very simple fact.
It wasn't to insult her. It was about her faith. It was about
all
her
about her
blooming
faith.
You know what I mean? Because she knew the woman recognized that Gentiles are the non-Jews are dogs. That's what they get called, you know. Compared to Jews, the children. She recognized that, so that it's not an insult. She recognized it. So she, in like Flat says, persistence. It was about our faith.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't to
wasn't
insult her.
derogatory or anything.
No.
It was to show her faith. And it was to show the others, look, even though this person is no one according to everybody, look at her faith. As the same as that woman who went and wept and washed Jesus' feet with her hair and anointed it with oil. You know what I mean? It's the same. It was humility. These things were going on all over. It's not saying dogs are equal to humans, Jay, again. It was based on the faith. She said, she was saying even the dogs eat the crumbs, because she understood. Okay? Wow. I don't even know. I have to try and explain that again.
It's a metaphor. It's figurative language, bro. It's not equating a human to a dog. Yeah, I would say some dogs are equal to some humans, definitely.
Actually, some dogs actually get
Yes.
get treated better
More
than some
credit.
humans. Yes, Jesus did come for the Israelites. You know why, Jay? To fulfill the covenant. Oh my word.
Yeah,
Wow.
that was to fulfill a prophetic role, but he didn't just come for the Israelites, obviously. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to be saved, would we?
Seems Jay Silver doesn't listen to what we're saying.
No, well, he only came for the Israelites.
By the way, Jay, you know who wrote who wrote Matthew?
Yeah. Yeah, that initially that he came for the house of Israel initially to fulfill the prophetic role, but later on in his ministry, he was to make disciples of what? He told the disciples to go and what? Make disciples of what?
Man.
All nations.
Remember when he called Peter and he said, "Come, you're a fisher of fish. Come with me
Yeah,
and I'll
make it
teach you to be a fisher of men,
man.
not of Jews, of
Just
men.
Israelites, yeah.
And then remember when
Wow.
he spoke to Peter as well later, when he says, "Who do you say I am?" And Peter replied, "You are the Messiah." Okay? You are the God. And he says, "Through this I will build my church." Remember, through the understanding that Jesus is the God, the Messiah, he built the church. This is the rock I will build my church on.
Oh wow. So Jay says, because you're saying something different than Christ. How are we saying something? We're saying exactly what Christ's saying. So you're going to listen to Christ. You're calling him a liar. I'm not calling Christ a liar. You're calling him a liar. This is what you think, bro. You're calling him a liar because you're misinterpreting what these scriptures say.
Remember,
And it seems very much so that you're cherry picking and you're not looking at context at all.
remember
At all.
when I asked him who wrote the book of Matthew, he,
Yeah.
which is Matthew the tax collector.
Yeah.
Remember the tax collector who climbed up on a tree?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Jeez. Wow.
Still find it
Well,
amazing that none of these people
Jesus
really.
can't come.
Yeah.
Jesus can't come for the Israel and give the message to the Israelites and then go on another mission. No, did Jesus not do that? That's literally what he did. Came for the house of Israel, yes, fulfilled prophecy. That's what it said, to fulfill prophecy, And then later on, he told the disciples to make disciples of all nations.
Okay, remember in Genesis 17 when God tells Abraham, "Through your seed I will bless many nations. I will bless all." That's exactly that covenant. Jesus came for the Israelites so that everyone could be saved. Hence, us Gentiles are saved through the Israelites. So, yes, he came for the Israelites so that we can be saved. Understand? Because we are blessed through that covenant. Not hard to understand.
Right.
I don't know what's so hard to
They tell
understand.
you they're listening to Jesus rather than us when they're not listening to Jesus at all. They're reading a scripture in a Bible and not looking at the context whatsoever, just taking someone else's translation of it that you heard in a bloody video somewhere.
Quite insane. We always get these people though that don't read the Bible.
They're sitting trolling chat, but they won't come in chat here rather than us having to get frustrated talking over someone's.
But the problem is most of them
Sandro, will you stop doing that? Sandro, will you stop doing that? Every time Vicky times someone out, you time them out for 10 seconds. Stop doing that, bro. No, I'm going to time out again because you did that. Stop doing it. It's just because Vicky's doing that, Sandro, isn't it? Just because Vicky timed him out. Stop doing it. Stop messing with someone else's modding, Sandro. You're out of order. He was being an ass as well. He's saying we're calling Jesus liars.
Yeah, no, that's not
Is that what you're supporting, Sandro? Thanks, mate. Thanks. Yes, there isn't. But Sandro, you can talk. You used to bloody just hide everybody. And now when Vicky's timing someone out, all of a sudden it's not just. You used to just hide everybody, dude. You remember you had a trigger finger. You said it yourself. Stop being an idiot, bro. Yes, it is, Sandro. Yes, it is. You know exactly it is. You're a little petty twat. Sorry.
No worries.
But he is. But he is.
Ah, man. No other questions, guys? You would think people have more questions. You know what's sad, Sandra? I've always stuck up for you. But lately you
Yeah,
seem to be really, I don't know,
seen some
changed.
strange stuff. Yeah.
But it's good to
I
see you
was all for
guys.
Sandro, but it's some weird stuff nowadays.
Mm, it's that new age nonsense. You can just pray for him though.
Well, of course. He's not my enemy. You know what I mean? It's just there's no need for what he was doing. Twice he did that when Vicky did it. Twice. And yes, Vicky's blocked him, so she can't really see him. But it will tell Sandro that someone that's blocked you has timed out this person. So he knows it was Vicky. Twice he did it. Twice. So he did it intentionally. I'm not stupid, Sandro.
Anyway, no more questions, guys?
They should have come in. It would have been easier if they came in.
Yeah.
Well, let me
Would
look
be
what we
neat.
can see. Maybe we can get something fun up then. Just everybody just seems to be wanting to fight all of a sudden, and they're still fighting over gematria.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to make a point, and then like, oh man, like Debatable D's just taking it. Like, I keep reiterating, like, obviously we shouldn't practice it. I don't think anybody should be doing it, but we should at least be aware that it's another form of, I don't know if you want to call it a weapon. It's another form of control that they use against us, right? So be aware of it. Don't fall for the dupes. Certain phrases and things like that equate to certain numerical values, and they use those phrases intentionally, and they say that right to your face to put the truth in plain sight. So when you hear those things, be like, okay, maybe it's a fake article, maybe that's as deep as it should go. You don't have to like make a whole narrative and form a whole psyop and make a whole basically like gematria religion, and now you're tying gematria into the Bible, and you're like, well, Jesus equals this, and Revelation equals like I hate that stuff, but I do see like they do use it, so I'm not going to say like it's not a thing that happens, but I don't think we should be like delving into it like on a surface level. Yeah, it's almost like it's like the same thing with music, you know, like they put all of these symbolism in music, and it's good to know like, oh wow, look at the time of the clock, why is that 9/11? Why did they just flash Baphomet for 5 frames in the song and then they go skip to a cross of Jesus? Like, you got to be aware of that too, because even when I was like asleep and not aware of these things, I would see that, but until somebody really sat me down and was like, yo, that was a really satanic music video, I was like, wow, you know what? It really was. What does that have to do with the song again? Oh, wait, it doesn't have anything to do with it. Now, that doesn't mean we should go, you know, idolize satanic symbolism and all that, but we should be aware of it. So it's like, oh, wow, I don't trust this company. They got the all-seeing eye right on the logo. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be aware of your enemy, but don't use the same tactics they're doing.
See,
You know
I
what I
see
mean?
this a lot though as well, where people like seeing, okay, this thing is 666 somewhere, you know, like $60.66 or whatever,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, no, I'm not buying at that place again. It's like, really? You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
sometimes it does get deep.
It just
Yeah,
gets
like,
too
it's-
much. You know what I mean? It's like people got to take a step back sometime and think, maybe not everybody's intent is as evil as they want it to. The people want to be. Now, unfortunately, this is in the truther community that people are hyper conspiracy focused, that they want to see something where it isn't. I mean, it's the
Well,
same
even
when
when it
people
comes to
talk
the-
today. They talk with their hand gestures, okay? That's just how they
Yeah.
talk. And it's like, oh, look, this guy's holding 666 up the whole time. This guy's evil.
Well, I'll give you a great example. I do a stream. It's this guy, Chris Yoon. He's like the QAnon Trumper guy. And he does that hand sign all the time. And I do pause the video sometimes when he does it and have a laugh. I'm like, oh, here he goes again. But I've made it very clear that I think he is not aware of it. Like, I think he's not intentionally being satanic. Like, he's just not aware of it. Like, I still pause it sometimes in the stream and have a laugh, but I'm not like, it. Like, if another truther channel were to go over that video, they would probably be like, look, he's a Freemason. He's doing the 666. Whereas, like, I'm already knowing, like, yeah, people just have these tendencies. You know what I mean? Like, I wish he didn't do that hand sign. I wish someone would leave a comment and tell him, like, hey, you know, preferably don't do that hand sign. But you don't have to leave a comment and call him a shill and a Freemason and a sellout because he accidentally did a hand sign. Because he's used to doing it. Like, he probably doesn't even know the symbolism behind it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think that's another thing truthers got to realize. Like, when we were all asleep, like, we never were walking around looking for symbolism. Like, there's, and and even like a lot of like atheist artists and things, they tend to do a lot of weird demonic stuff. You know what I mean? Especially when they're making art and things. And like maybe some of them are demonic. A lot of atheists are still like weird and spiritual, but some of them are just like that's kind of just what they've picked up from what they're around. They don't have any
But
like
I mean,
intention
also
behind
like
that.
the thing I've been seeing going around lately a lot with this whole Charlie Kirk thing as well, because Erica Kirk put up "I love you" with the hand sign, which is that's what it is, guys. It's not the Baphomet sign. There's a difference between the Baphomet sign and the "I love you" in sign language. You could actually learn this in the first 2 seconds of even looking up if you want to. I mean, I learned this as a child as well. "I love you" is the first 2 fingers. It only becomes a Baphomet when you take your 3 middle fingers and you go like, that's Baphomet. So that's "I love you," that's Baphomet, okay? But now because Erica Kirk put that "I love you," they're saying, oh, she's satanistic now. No, guys, learn the difference. It's literally "I love you." It's part of sign language. When it's that's Baphomet. Now, I'm not a Satanist. I'm just trying to point it out to you guys. Baphomet, "I love you." Baphomet, "I love you." It's 2 different things, okay? I'm just trying to educate you guys. Because I've seen a lot of people go around like it's like, oh, you see, now this person's a Satanist. That person's a Satanist. Damn, then every deaf person I've ever known in my life is a Satanist. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Sandro, can I just ask you one thing? When you addressed Vicky and said not as big as yours, what does that mean? I'm asking because I haven't got a clue what you're on about. What does that mean, not as big as yours?
I just want to say, Laura Thompson, no, I'm not on TikTok. I wanted to be on TikTok at stage, but I decided to leave it rather because that platform has a lot of filth on it. So yeah, it would have helped me a lot to grow my channel, I guess. But I'll rather stay away from TikTok, to be honest. So I know I'm just on YouTube at the moment, and then I do just share my show on Twitter, and that's about it. But you guys are able to share my show on any platform, and it will definitely help. So if you guys do that, it will really, really help. I appreciate you all, by the way. Much blessings, but hit the likes if you haven't already. And I think everybody should stop calling each other twats.
Yeah, but hold on. She called you a twat. So you said not as big as yours. That's not very nice, because you know what that means, Sandra, when you're saying that. You're referring to her something, and she's just calling you an idiot. So you're basically telling her she's got a big one of them. Thanks. You're a nice boy. You're a nice boy, Sandro. Do you mean? Yes, but you're saying something different. She's calling you an idiot, and you're telling us something about her anatomy.
Okay. Anyway.
Would you like me to talk like that about your missus?
Manager Sog says, I am the biggest twat here. End of discussion. And let's move on and have a good show. Thank you, Sogs. I agree. Maybe we should. Let's go look at that. That attack in Manchester. Let's go look at that attack in Manchester today, the synagogue.
Yeah. It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all, Sandra. Don't talk idiotically.
2 killed in Manchester synagogue terror. Attack. Sky News coverage. Let's see. Like I said, I haven't watched it yet. I just heard of it. Quite insane. Manchester synagogue attack victim. Victim lies on ground after Manchester synagogue attack. Do you know why there was attacked? Well, we know why, but what's the story of why? It was 2 dead, 3 injured in Manchester synagogue stabbing attack. Well, if it's stabbing, we know why. Allah is a mouse, remember? Allahu Akbar, which means Allah's a mouse, in case you guys didn't know.
You sense demons, Sandro. You sense demons, do you?
Let's see what the Jewish community says.
I sense me traveling 16 miles, Sandro.
Write anything, just 2 photos.
That's what I sense.
Okay. Let's see what they say. Okay. Copy. Let's paste it on here.
It's horrifying. It is horrifying. Unfortunately, in the last year, we've witnessed. It's horrifying. It is horrifying. Unfortunately, in the last year, we've witnessed a whole load of terror and attacks against the Jewish people. Was the Israel-Palestine war. What people don't realize, obviously, is that people are blaming the Jewish nation and attacking the Jewish nation because of what happened in a war in Israel, which is so unjust, so unright.
Wow. It does seem to be the thing. Why are all the Jews getting attacked everywhere? You know what I mean? How are they have anything to do with the Israeli government? It's quite sad. Long disposal.
Today, like I said, being an auspicious high holy day, we've all fasted since 6:30 last night. You want to feel secure, you want to be able to go to places and feel that you can just walk around and do what you can do.
Yeah, aren't the Jews busy with Yom Kippur at the moment? I think they are. So they're busy fasting.
The attack in Manchester this morning is absolutely shocking. And all of our thoughts are with those.
Oh yeah. Like Keir Starmer really cares. Whatever.
Didn't give a shit.
What is your guys' thoughts on Keir Starmer?
He doesn't care.
He's a moron.
He's the big problem. He's the problem.
Mm-hmm. He's the one allowing all this to happen. This guy's, I don't know. This guy's a patsy. He hasn't got the balls to stand up against the terrorist regime. You know what I mean? He's like part of this nonsense.
Affected. I'm on my way back to London. When I arrive, I will chair an emergency COBRA meeting. I'm already able to say that additional police assets are being deployed to synagogues across the country, and we will do everything to keep our Jewish community safe. I've spoken to Mark Gardner of the CST and Andy Burnham, Mayor of Manchester, and I want to thank the emergency services for the speed of their response.
Okay. Well, that was it. That was it. I don't know much more about that. Martin, he said, I smell a staged event. What's up, Kunal? Good to see you, man. I don't know.
Okay, block him. Blocked.
Norman Cross, that's actually interesting. It says Keir Starmer has Jewish family and is married to a Jew and has Jewish children. Interesting. But he's still a moron. The guy literally doesn't have the balls to stand up for what's right. Yeah. Keir is a wanker, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
Roger Ledwell, thank you. Who is here? Oy, oy, oy. So I heard we're getting raptured in a few days. In
5 days time. That's
about
what Mister
4 to 5 days. Yeah, about 4 to 5 days. We're
yeah,
getting
Mister
raptured again because we missed the last one. So
missed the boat, so we got to get the plane. Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to go again and try this time again.
Madness, isn't it? Absolute
What's
madness.
Witsit been up to late recently? I haven't really seen anything from Witsit. Have you?
Well, Rod. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Jaren. Sorry, it was Jaren. I think. Who was it? Put something out. We wits it and all that from Discord. Something came out. Who was it? Blooming hell. Was it maybe?
1 month ago is his last video.
Truth is stranger
And
than
3 weeks
fiction.
ago is
Maybe.
his
I
last
can't remember.
stream. So yeah, he's not
But Roger was doing a video the other day where I think Professor Domnave was talking to Jaren.
Yeah, they
Did
they
you see
literally
that?
did a stream just how can I say, insulting flat earthers. That's literally what they did.
Right enough, babe.
Yeah, socks. I don't know what it is with these video ad things. It's people are moaning a lot about ads these days on YouTube. It's like insane amount of ads everywhere. Even when you just watch a video or on a live stream, there's just ads, ads, ads. I agree people can abuse authority law, and we have seen that. But at the end of the day, the thing made up there, if people have been placed in authority, God has usually placed them in authority, and we should respect that. So when they say you should pay tax to the authorities because it is there, at the end of the day, it's just respecting authority. That's the message there. It's not to, how can I say, as much as I don't say anybody should actually pay tax, but because the Bible tells me to respect the authority and to pay tax, that's what I do. Because my understanding is it's not about the tax, it's about respecting the authority, the principle behind it. Even if you don't agree with the authority.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a shower.
No
I mean,
stress, man.
I don't trust the authority at all. I don't trust police and I don't trust the government whatsoever. But Scripture says that about. I mean, it's obedience to God first, absolutely. If the government was to turn around and say, right, you've got to go and murder that person, then obviously you're not going to go and bloody do it, are you?
Yeah,
So,
of course.
but yeah, obviously there's a degree of having to submit to them to a certain degree. As much as I hate it and don't trust them, we're still under their govern. We're still under their govern, and for us to get by in society, we have to adhere to what they say. So yeah, I think it's what's in your heart, really. It's about what's in your heart. It's more about obedience to God. Because He says it. Then it's not about being obedient to the man. It's about being obedient because God said so.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say. It's about the principle.
Yeah.
Martin, anyone want to buy Peugeot 3008? No, thank you. I do not buy your friend's car. The parts are very dear. It's very expensive here. And I don't like Peugeot 3008s though, to be honest.
Hey, could I bring up a quick shower thought I had just now?
Shower thoughts.
Yeah. I thought about it in the shower. I was like, wow, this is actually a good point, dude. So basically, okay, so you shouldn't use gematria, obviously, right? But use in the sense of what, right? Because the way we'll have to make an assumption. Let's just say this is the case, right? Because it's not always the case, But so they use these certain words, right? For example, let's just say unspeakable tragedy. That equals 113, right? So they'll give you a story. They'll use these words, but they're actually the ones using it. Like they're double speaking. Like they're speaking to you. This is what happened, but they're using certain words to also say, like, "Hey, here we are in plain sight. By the way, this is what really happened. We're the ones who did it." So they use these terms, and then we take the terms they give us, right? They give us these terms. They use it in the news article, and then we take what they gave us and then say, okay, well, let me see what you're actually doing using your own math, right? Versus like there are other people that do use it in the sense where they take their own. There's no news article. There's nobody. We're not getting this from the people using gematria. They're just using it on their own, and they're saying, oh, well, let's take this guy's name and maybe this place, and they're just tying all of these things together with gematria, and they're actually using it kind of in the same sense where the Kabbalists are using it. Versus like you just decode what they're giving you. Like I'm not against that. Like if they say this and it equals some occultic number, then okay, that's fine. Like that's them trying to use it against me. But I'm not then gonna go use that myself and start double speaking or doing any of that. You know what I mean?
I think what happens is if they start using it gets to a dangerous path. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you would usually get. Somebody like they start, let's say, drinking beer. For instance, I'm not saying, I'm just trying to put an equivalence. Start drinking beer. Eventually, one beer is not good enough. Then they move over to 2 beers, and 2 beers isn't good. Eventually they finish a whole 6-pack just to start feeling what they felt on 1 beer. Then that's not strong enough, so they're going to go over to move to a stronger alcohol. And that's exactly it is with this gematria as well. You're like, you start looking into it's like, oh, what does this number mean? Okay. Look, and then based out of that search of looking at the number, it's like you're hooked now and you start trying to link everything to these numbers the whole time. It kind of overtakes your whole thought pattern. Instead of looking at like, okay, this is just doing... Because that whole gematria thing, unfortunately, is sort of like ritualistic Kabbalah. It's part of
100%. But I think they use it against us, though.
Yeah, definitely.
Of course, and they put it in plain sight. So I'm not like against saying, oh, look at these things, they did it again. Look at what they just gave us again. That's phony. But you don't have to then go and like start making your own ciphers and then bringing in your own words and like now you're just like winging it. You know what I mean? Like. I do see what you're saying. I think that's the point.
And that's the unfortunate thing I've seen now with King Nico.
Yeah, and I think also this is the same thing.
Sherlock Holmes. He's Sherlock Holmes when he's got gematria with him. He's Sherlock Holmes. He can suss out triple homicides and serial killers and everything.
Yeah, you have to have some physical evidence. I even told RV this. I was like, look, man, I can't just base a whole narrative off of a couple numbers. Yes, it's kind of sus to see all these occultic numbers popping up here and again all the time. But there has to be some type of physical there has to be. It can't just be the numbers. Like if you do the gematria and you're like, okay, I see 113 a few times. Maybe I see 33. You can't just automatically say, oh, yeah, guaranteed psyop. Like you have to do, you have to dig deeper than that. Like, so, and that's what people do. They take the numbers and then they say, oh, well, this is exactly how it is. And I'm not saying do that either. Like, yes, I think they do use these things to kind of put the truth in plain sight, but it's not like as simple as like, oh yeah, I can just decode it and I know everything about what happened.
But that's the
because the same people using those numbers will. It's just I'm willing to bet they'll easily, like if I don't know, it'd be weird, but okay, where are you guys going?
No, I'm saying because even if you like take the numbers that with geometry, you can take the same word, and you can make that same word mean total different things just based on gematria.
100%, yeah.
So you can change the narrative of what that word or sentence said means. So I think that's the dangerous thing about this, is you can create a bearing false witness about someone, all because you're using this gematria. You understand? And that's why I am very against with like what King Nico is doing now by calling Erica Kirk the bride of Satan.
He said that. Wow.
Yeah,
I
he's
didn't-
literally calling her the bride of Satan based
Yeah,
on
it goes so
gematria.
deep, bro. Like, and that's see, this is where I draw the line. Like, I try to just like if I do decode, I don't really do any of that. But if I'm really confused, maybe like, all right, well, let me just see. Maybe there's something deeper. But take what they give you. Don't start adding it to your. Don't add yourself. Like if they give you like, oh, 113 people died, 33 injured, whatever, and then they use this phrase that happens to equal this. Great, take that. All right, great. Maybe I won't buy the story. But you don't have to start adding in like, oh, well, I wonder if this unrelated word will also tie in, and then oh wow, look you know what I mean? And now it's about the rapture. Oh well, rapture also equals this too. So I guess the shooting has to do with the rapture, and now you're just going nuts. The word rapture wasn't used, so why are you bringing that word in? You know what I mean? Arbitrarily. You know what I mean? So they're even if it is a psyop of some sort, and they are using the gematria against you, they will literally like make it even more of a conspiracy than it actually is from the people that did it. They're just putting 33 in there, and then now you're bringing in this number, and even the person that did it was just like, man, I just wanted to pay homage to 33. I wasn't really thinking of it any deeper than that. And you got all these truthers like now just decoding something that doesn't even need to be decoded. It's like it's already there. Great, they said 33. Move on. Like why does it have to be way bigger and now it's tied to this event? Or oh look, it's the 10 days. It's Red October, guys. Look at these numbers. Like just whatever it is. It's sick. It's sickening, dude. The gematria community is nuts. And I know like I sometimes talk about it in things, but I'm very like light when it comes to gematria. Like I said, it's something they use against us, so I think we should be aware of it. But that doesn't mean we got to go practice it and know everything about it and decode everything and just get stuck in the numbers and always be on the lookout for these things. You know what I mean? I think it gets to a point.
Numbers ain't solving.
Yeah.
I just want to say, I did get a question for owned 011. He says, should we follow the commandments after salvation? Yes, you should always follow commandments. The reason I'd also say that is because the New Testament talks about those commandments specifically. Let's for instance say, do not commit murder or commit adultery. That's spoken of in the Bible. I think it's in Romans. You shouldn't steal. Give false testimonies, which is again part of the 10 Commandments. Is Ephesians. You should be not coveting. That's Colossians. Honoring your mother and your father in Ephesians. So the New Testament all over is scattered with obeying the 10 Commandments. So yes, I do believe
like
as a Christian you should still keep them. Sorry?
Yeah. Like say like James about taming the tongue, like your tongue lies, do not create false witness, that type of thing, do not bear false witness. So yeah, you're right, it does do that. I never thought of it like that. It does actually do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's the same
because
thing
where
with
the
when you
Old
say,
Testament,
oh, he threw the 666 up, he's
Yeah, because like where the Old
same.
Testament gives all 10 commandments in one, in one giving, because that's when Moses gave it to the Israelites.
Right.
The New Testament breaks all those 10 commandments up in different scriptures, saying to keep them. So yes, I would keep it.
On them.
And I do believe not bearing false witness is a very big issue these days with people.
Yeah. It says we're not under the law.
No.
Yeah. We're not.
We're not.
So what's
doesn't mean you shouldn't keep the commandments. The commandments is not
commandments
the law.
and laws are different things.
I gotta head out, guys.
It's great having you on, man.
It's nice being here. Sorry about all the gematria talk. I was in like there was a whole debate with Debatable D, which is kind of funny because it's in his name. So I was like just debating him for like the past hour, and then it got brought up, and other people started asking questions about it. So yeah, sorry. I know like this isn't
No,
gematria is nuts on its own. I don't necessarily like talking about it either, but I think there's a lot of misconceptions about it. So. And obviously it is a topic that gets brought up. I mean, RV, Nico, I mean, probably some others I don't follow. And it's good to get some truth about it, because it's not what they make it out to be for sure. It's not that deep. Like it's certainly not. And even if it is that deep, leave it to the people that are the Kabbalists. Why are we doing that? We're Christians.
Exactly.
I'm not a Kabbalist. I don't practice gematria. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to go do all this.
But the Bible also
Kabbalist
tells
crap,
us as Christians not to do these things, not to do necromancy, not to do magic, not to do spells.
Well, it ties into secret knowledge.
And
people always want to go deeper. Oh, look, the decode.
Exactly.
Gematria ties into the Bible. Look, and God doesn't work in secrets like that. You know what I
No.
mean? And if it
Plus-
is a secret that God wants to keep, then let him keep it, and don't
Then
try
it's
to
going
go.
to be a secret. It
Yeah,
will be a
like don't try to
secret.
go solve God. You know what I mean? We're not
Yeah.
God. We can't know everything, even though we desire to as humans, especially the bad ones and the Kabbalists. They want to know everything. But yeah, I guess I'll just end it with that. Thanks for letting me on. Like I said, my apologies.
You're
I know
always
it's kind of
welcome,
off
man.
topic.
It's
Bless,
great
man.
having you, man.
Bless you guys. Everyone in
just
chat as well.
blessings,
Bless
mate.
you guys. I'll see you next time.
Just.
Yeah, I mean, the law is, come on, it's based on morality. It's based on morality. The law, the commandments are based on morality and stuff. The law is your rules and regulations that was made by, well, given to the Levites in Leviticus to sort out. Yeah, commandments and law ain't the same thing.
LJ, thoughts on Oakley's new published Flat Earth book titled All Roads Lead to Flat Earth? Is it published now?
Oh, I haven't read it yet.
I haven't read it.
out.
I didn't even know it was published yet. I know he was trying to. But yeah, I would like to read it though, if it's published, see what it says. What are your thoughts on it, LJ? I'm sure the anti-flat earthers are going to have a lot to say about it though. So I guess we can end this year then, if nobody else has got any questions.
Well, I mean, they did in chat, but it would have been better to come in. It would have been a lot easier. Sorry about that little outburst, but
stress.
it angered me what he said. It was disgusting.
No worries. I will purchase it to support FE work, even though Oakley's a dick sometimes. Yeah, he can be, but like I said, I've spoken to him many times, offline, and he's like almost like a different person. And you like talk to him behind doors compared to.
Oh yeah, Nathan, completely different than on stream.
Yeah.
Completely different.
I've got nothing
Like,
against
when he-
Nathan.
Nah, I mean, yes, he obviously means what he says on stream, and he gets a little testy. I mean, he is an acquired taste without a doubt. But I think part of it is a caricature of himself. He's making himself a caricature of his angry side, his pissed off side, sort of thing. Because when you talk to him afterwards, he's not like that. He's not like that. He's still got the same beliefs, and he's still is headstrong about them, but he talks nicely. He talks like a dude, a normal dude,
Yeah.
I think he's trying to initially he was probably trying to equal the noise of the anti-flat earthers and then overtake him.
To be honest,
That's
I don't really
fine.
watch FED that much because it's always been the same. You know what I mean? I used to watch FED quite a lot, but for a while I haven't really watched because I can go back now and I can hear exactly the same arguments. You understand? Which I think is still good for people getting into Flat Earth. But once you've been in this for so many years and you just hear the same arguments, there's nothing really new about it. So, yeah, there's a lot of FE censorship, unfortunately, LJ.
Yeah, it does piss him off. Absolutely. It's understandable. It's understandable.
But yeah, that's why people create different channels and stuff as well to get the word out there to other places as well, because FE is unfortunately very censored.
Oh, of course, absolutely. I mean, if that was like any other YouTuber that wasn't about flat Earth and it was just whatever, and they were doing the same thing, but it wasn't flat Earth, it was another topic, I guarantee they'd have 4 times, 5 times many subscribers.
Oh yeah.
Guaranteed. Especially with the amount of content and everything. Like, so you Flats, if you weren't like initially a flat Earth channel, you know what I
I
mean,
would grow
and you were
much bigger. I would have gone much bigger.
absolutely, 100%, 100%. You'd be in your hundreds of thousands, guaranteed. Guaranteed. Especially with the amount of content and what you've put out. You know, just say it wasn't flat Earth stuff. Obviously,
Yeah,
it's
let's see
something else.
how much
Yeah.
videos and things I've gotten. I have now on my channel
Thousands.
1.7 thousand videos.
Ooh,
1.7
you're 1,000 more than me. I've got a 700. But that's because it's mainly live streams. Obviously, I've got like a few hundred videos
Yeah, I've got
as
videos
well,
and
but
live
it's main-
streams, obviously, but
and a
it's
couple of
quite a
shorts.
lot. And then you see someone who's literally got like one, and they got 50,000 subscribers.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
like,
Absolutely.
it wasn't even a very good video, but okay.
I seen that the other week when I was doing the Roger Jackson thing, and it was the
Norman,
channel just.
yeah,
Go on,
sorry.
sorry.
I was gonna say Norman Cross. I did actually start writing a book a few years back. I just haven't. I don't have time to do it. My honest truth, I just have no time to write a book. I tried. I started. I got to like 11 pages, and then it's just like being put on the back old.
Sometimes it's a motivation as well. You got to get
I just
inspiration
have
and
no
motivation.
motivation these days. Yeah, but like I said, I have no time. I'm always working, and when I'm not working, I'm here, or I'm busy with family and or doing other stuff. So my life's just too far busy to sit there and write book as well. It's just
It's all right.
it's insane.
Yes, LJ.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you'd finished.
No, go
I was
ahead.
just saying it. Yes, yes, LJ, absolutely. YouTube chooses who goes mainstream if they follow their agenda. Absolutely, absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you having a show coming up?
Yeah, not tonight. Tomorrow, I've already done one today, Bible stream. So I'll be doing a Bible stream in the afternoon. And it's Friday, isn't it? So a movie night tomorrow night after you
Yeah,
put on.
tomorrow's Friday night. So tomorrow's Flat Earth Friday, guys.
Yeah.
That should be
Oh,
more
cool.
exciting.
Nice. Oh yeah, you'll get probably more.
It's just
people
tonight I
coming there.
wasn't really in the mood for too much excitement. Chill.
Yeah.
Which I like.
Yeah, no, I get it. You had a migraine yesterday, didn't you? I had one the day before. It was blooming awful. And Michael had one as well. So I mean, it's a common thing lately.
Mm-hmm. But it's also now season change and stuff. And usually when I have season change, and my sinuses really make things quite hectic for me.
I think that season certainly has an effect on your biologicalness.
But I mean, I've been so busy at work these days. Been running around. This week, it's been quite hectic. I mean, let's see what my step count is. Today, I did 27,000 steps. Yesterday, I did 30,274 steps. Previous day, 28,209. See, it's like they're always over 25,000 steps. So quite
That's
crazy.
good.
And that actually makes me tired. Yeah, so guys, remember tomorrow's FE Friday. Make sure to share the content to everybody so we can have some engagement. But yeah, that's also why I started another channel, my Christian channel, because that it's not based on the flat Earth thing, so it can maybe get a different audience. You know what I mean? Because all I've been really planting on there right now is Satan short season debunk stuff, and the same thing I'm putting on this channel. I seem to get a different audience on that channel compared to what I get here. And what odd is I get about the same amount of views on those videos on that channel than I am here, and I've only got 28 subscribers on that channel. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's quite weird. No, I like Terror. Thank you, Hallucinate that. Mr. Jingles, he says, Keith, get some roller skates. That will not work. At all.
I love roller skates, man. I ain't done it for years, but I used to love it. Roller
Yeah,
skating.
that will definitely not work. Oh, man. 'Cause, you know, that will definitely not work. 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 'Cause, you know, that will Yeah, I remember when Heelys came out.
Yeah, I never
How
tried
big
them.
those things were. I had Heelys. I used to
I never
enjoy
tried
it.
them.
But yeah, rollerblades. When I got my first pair of rollerblades, oh man, those were the days. I remember I got the rollerblades and they didn't have brakes.
No, they don't.
They didn't have brakes.
Well, we've got
So
roller skate stoppers, isn't there, at the front?
Yeah.
Blades,
yeah,
did they?
yeah. The roller skates are the four wheels. Then you have the stop. But I got my first
Yeah, that
rollerblades,
side by side. Yeah.
and I didn't have any.
When the blades are linear and the
Yeah.
skates are bilateral sort of thing. Yeah.
It's quite crazy. And I was learning how to roller skate, and I realized after I'm going on down the downhill, there's no brakes. Let's put it this way, I wiped out so big. It was crazy. I still
think
enjoyed
maybe,
rollerblading though.
skate. I never did rollerblading. And
I skateboarded a bit.
I only ever did the side by sides. I never tried rollerblading, but I could ice skate a little bit, so I dare say I would have been able to rollerblade as well. You know.
Yeah, I love ice skating, but my wife, she doesn't like ice skating, so that's unfortunately something we don't do.
It is a hard fall. If you fall, it is a hard fall, though. You know.
But
You know
you see,
yourself
she
in.
fell and hurt her knee a long time ago, and ever since then, she's been very scared to, have that opportunity to fall again. She doesn't want to fall, so which makes sense.
makes sense.
But I do want to take
course
my
it does.
children ice skating sometime.
You just got to watch for the blades as well, just in case you fall over and someone goes over your fingers or whatever.
Yeah.
That's the only thing you got.
The problem is, if I have to take my children ice skating, the closest place is about 4.5 hours, 5 hours drive to go ice skating.
Really?
So it's quite a drive just to go ice skating. You know what I mean?
Well, we've just got an ice hockey rink it's just skating rink and an ice hockey rink, and it's only 10 minutes away, 5 minutes in the bus, and 20 minutes to walk, sort of thing.
I once had a fixed wheel bike and got cramp in one leg going downhill.
Oh no way! I wouldn't have fixed wheel, no brake, no madness.
We used to.
No,
We
you
used to
can't.
love.
You have to keep pedaling. You have to keep pedaling. You can't stop pedaling.
We
It's
had
terrible.
this very big downhill when we were younger in this one place, and it's literally right next to the road. So it's on the sidewalk, and you got the road, and you got trees and stuff. So we used to take our skateboards and race, but sitting down to make it like bobsleds almost.
Got ya.
But we got so competitive with that, we upgraded our bearings and upgraded our wheels and even putting downforce wings and stuff on the thing.
My skateboard's lying over there. I don't even use it. It's, you can see it from here. I'll probably break my neck on it now. I won't be able to do any tricks because my feet wouldn't allow it.
Anyway, it was great having you guys on. Thank you for coming, PJ. I am definitely going to sleep now.
Good.
Yeah. So it was great having everybody, guys. Please hit the likes if you haven't hit the likes. I don't know how much times I can say that. The likes really, really does help the show to grow. It's so YouTube can know that people like the show. If you never knew about that, it really does help, because if YouTube knows people like the show, that means they will push it out to an audience. So
31 watching, most years with spanners,
and 16
only half of them liking it.
But anyway, it was great having you guys on. Appreciate everybody's blessings. Appreciate all my Patreon supporters. You guys are awesome. You rock. And really, really like it. And by the way, I don't know where Wes is tonight. I'm trying to look where we're going for December. To the beach I said we're going to. I'm trying to look for a nice piece of stretch of beach there that I can do that 5-mile observation he wants me to do.
That'd be so cool.
So definitely want to do that. And I was also thinking about my Cavendish 2.0. I still want to do that. If I don't get to do it, I'll probably just draw up the plans and give it to someone to try. Because it is going to cost some money, because you'll need a few things, like at least you'll need to do it in a vacuum chamber, and you're going to need a bearing and a few things, so it'll be something. But if I don't get to it, I'll definitely write up the plans for someone then to do it. The idea. Oh no, 33 of Thomas.
Oh no.
But it's great having you guys on again. I'll see you all tomorrow night for a Flat Earth Friday. Let everybody know we are having Flat Earth Friday tomorrow. And yeah, many blessings. Thank you, PJ, and everybody in chat. Cheers, guys. You rock. May the pressure be with you. Oh, wait. The Earth is flat.
Ooh.
What do you say?